Yo, 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 what's good, everybody? It is your boy, Tony the Savant, back again. UConn and USC are putting on a basketball masterpiece, man. This is very impressive. This is the kind of game I could see JJ Redick and LeBron James breaking down on their little podcast, Mind the Game. Now, somebody that really understands the mechanics of the game, the ins and outs, the terminology. I enjoyed the podcast for the most part. It's a little boring from time to time, but it is very dense as far as the inner intricacies of basketball talk, if you will. But between UConn and USC this evening, I'm noticing that this is a game where it's just filled of it's filled with schemes, and I've noticed both of these teams uh, really, bringing out the playbooks, in this game. Um, I knew Juju Watkins was a very accomplished, or a very decorated basketball player. But I'm just noticing that tonight how lethal she is, and this girl going right is essentially a done data for whoever her defender is, because she on several occasions defeated her opponent going right. But kudos to UConn. They are definitely making adjustments. Coach Gino, one of my favorite coaches in sports, has had UConn as a proverbial powerhouse. Over man since I was a kid. The UConn women's basketball program has always been on the scene, has always been in the mix. So shout out to Coach Gino. Real goons, what's going on, man? Shout out to you, Brody. Um, but yeah, man, they definitely this particular matchup between UConn and USC. I'm very entertained by it. This is a basketball masterclass. UConn is very well coached, very well, you know, uh, executing as far as whatever their strategy and their game plan is. You can definitely see it through the screen. And I want to just say, Paige Bueckers, man, she is literally underrated. I'm seeing that she is getting slighted by the media, much like some of the more skilled players that we've seen this happen to, like the Kyrie Irving of the world. As skilled as those guys are, they didn't never really get the proper press in the media. Um, but I'm noticing Paige Buggers is in that class. Yeah, it's a great game. Agreed, Goons. Agreed. I wasn't expecting this kind of game from this, because I haven't really watched UConn or USC. I've caught a game or two. I probably watched 3 games apiece between both these teams. Most notably, to watch the highlight names, the big names, Juju. When I first started hearing about her, I watched a couple of her games. She is balling phenomenally. And as far as UConn, they always are in the mix as far as one of the powerhouses. So when I check in on South Carolina or LSU, I would always check in to see what UConn was doing as well. And they've been in the mix all season. Um, but yeah, man, snaps. I forgot to tell my wife to call me. Anyway, but so far so good. This game is a masterclass. Yeah, goons. As far as college goes, I don't really keep up with programs, and I don't really have a particular school that I cheer for. As a coming from Chicago, we only really got professional teams out in the city. I mean, we got DePaul, the University of Illinois is relevant from time to time, but you don't really have big college programs like that. So I've always grown up in the professional realm, and uh, I've always enjoyed the college players, the bigger name college players. My boy Goon say, how you see this playing out, man? To be honest, bro, I'm gonna see. I say UConn is going to win this game on basketball IQ. Now USC is a little bit more. They got a couple more, a little bit more experience on their team as far as their players goes. But Coach Gino, he don't get more experience than that. He's a basketball guru. And again, like I say, has kept UConn in the mix for decades. I want to say 30, close to 30 years now. Coach Gino has been over there, but I see UConn winning this on basketball IQ. This game going down to the wire, because every time USC has found something that works, they try to spam that play. Once they start noticing that Juju Watkins could win on the back cuts, they try to spam that, and then UConn. That was like the first quarter. In the beginning of the first quarter, towards the end, they start stopping her from those back cuts, and in this next quarter, they just stopped her from going right altogether. So whatever USC starts, they start finding some momentum with a particular play. I don't like how USC trying to spam their plays, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's the tournament. You got to go where it works. Ain't too much room for adjusting. So that's how I'm seeing it go, Goons. Coach Gino gonna definitely get these young ladies right, keep them focused. Because I heard them say something about Coach Gino as far as his signature things is discipline and execution, and that's a fact. All throughout his coaching tenure, I've noticed his teams are always disciplined. They don't really get away from the game plan per se, and if they do, it's just because the other team was better than them that night. But yeah, man, I got UConn punching their ticket to the Final Four tonight. It would be their 23rd time that they've made the Final Four in the UConn as far as their program goes. So just pure dominance once again. I'm looking at the tickers on the bottom. See if anything anything else relevant is happening tonight. What's that kid named Triple J for Memphis Grizzlies? He had a crazy game tonight, 40-point game. I didn't see, but it's his third 40-point game of this season, which I think he's emerging as a basketball star himself in the absence of John Morant. I can't recall that young man's name. Justin Jackson Jr. Something I think that is. But yeah, man, this is a masterpiece that we seeing. A good follow up game from the LSU Iowa game, because I'm always nervous when they put the big name games as far as LSU and Iowa was definitely the seller on the ticket tonight. I was kind of nervous that they would put that game first, and then we have a very entertaining game between USC and UConn. But I'm wrong, man. This game is a little bit more entertaining than it's not more entertaining. It's just as far as if you know what you're watching and you really like the X's and O's, then this USC and UConn game is a great follow up, to an already classic matchup between LSU and Iowa. Shout out to Caitlin Clark, man. Again, 40 points, 41 points, 12 rebounds, 12 assists, 7 rebounds. This young lady was balling. But Angel Reese, shout out to her as well, as she is my favorite female athlete right now. She definitely put it all on the floor tonight. 17 points, 20 rebounds. She did suffer an ankle injury. My boy Goon say, right, this is it. This is lit. Yeah, facts. This has been a very interesting night for sports, man. I didn't really think much of it. I knew that it was going to be some big games tonight, but these ladies have really lived up to the hype, and I'm glad I was able to tune in tonight. Usually I'm working. I'm always working, especially early in the week. If I get a day off, it's usually like a Thursday or Friday. So kind of great. I had a Monday off this time to enjoy these games. How you see it playing out, Goons? Let me ask you, bro. Yeah, Caitlin Clark put it on the show. That was Caitlin Curry tonight, bro. I don't know where Caitlin Clark was. Caitlin Curry. I say that fourth quarter, she went Curry. She had some big shots. I think she had like 2 or 3 big threes, man. Just like every time LSU was back in the mix, LSU would pull it back within. I think the closest they got was like 4. I want to say. No. In the fourth quarter, the closest they got was like 8. But every time they would get it underneath 10, Caitlin Clark would hit them with a big bomb 3. So Caitlin Curry punched in the work tonight, because she was hitting some bombs. I mean, even in the first half. I don't know if you seen in the first half too, Goose. She was hitting some damn 30-foot 3-pointers, man. Hey, Curry, they keep it within 30 feet. She was 28, 26. I think it's going to go down to the wire. It's going to be a mistake that turns it. Yeah, bro. And honestly, how Juju been playing? Juju's been playing like a freshman tonight, She's only gotten 13 points. Not very efficient, but like I say, how UConn is defending her, I could see her, making a crucial mistake or trying to do too much, play a little hero ball, and I hate to say it like this, but cost the team her game. But she's just a freshman, so she's got time to turn her weaknesses into strengths, most certainly. Because even a player like Caitlin Clark, I just read an article about when she first was like a freshman and she played with the Team USC team, and she sat behind Haley Van Lith and Angel Reese and Paige Bucket. All these, it was a stacked team. Nobody then. Yeah, CC was knocking them down. She covered that stat sheet. Yeah, facts. If you put some money on Miss Clark tonight, you definitely came up. But like I was saying, but even as far as Juju Watkins goes, Juju is a very phenomenal raw talent. As young as she is, this is her freshman year. So essentially, she ain't even played 20 games as a college player just yet. No, excuse me, she ain't played more than 40 games as a college player just yet. So it's just a matter of the fact it's going to take her some time to mature her game and get past it. So I can see her, just, and I hate to say it like this, like I say, costing her team the game because she's already trying to do a little too much. I'm kind of nervous when she get the ball right now because you can see she's making some great plays. Like I say, 13 points. I forget her numbers on the field, but she's doing her thing. She's made a number of shots. They're showing her highlights right now. Big three. I love Juju as far as her skill set, man. And even Paige Bueckers. I didn't really notice that Paige got a bag like this. Like Paige is very efficient. Yeah, Juju might come out different after the first half nerves. Yeah, for sure. Even with Iowa earlier, bro. I don't know if you would agree with this, but I felt like Iowa was a little jittery that first half. They were able to get it together by the end of the second half because they got down early. LSU went on one of their signature runs. They went up pretty big. I think they went up as like what? I forget how much LSU went up. They had a pretty big lead in the first half, and then Caitlin and then the Hawkeyes was able to settle the nerves towards the end of the second half. I mean, the second quarter, and then by the second half, they bust the game open. They was within their bag at that point. But the classic is back on, man. It's ladies' night tonight. Hey, shout out to my boy Real Goons TV. Y'all go subscribe to his channel. Go check his content out. My brother definitely doing great work over there as well. Um, I'm going to pop back out. Let me see if I got a little time. I might go live again after this game to cover it. If not, I'm going to be live on the Green and Gold show with my baby bro BT, Ben Turner. We're going to talk some football for about an hour or so. And then from that point, we'll close that out, and I'll probably go live once more to cover this game. Still a couple things in the boxing world I want to talk about. Some new news about Errol Spence and his possible next move. Um, a couple things going down. But anyway, it is your boy Tony the Savant. Y'all please have a good night. Again, shout out to my brother Goons. Y'all go subscribe to the Real Two Goons TV. It's your boy Tony the Savant.